So you got ranking,
Yeah,
ranking, then you got English. Which one you got as well?
Bombastic.
Bombastic.
Before Shaggy made the tune, I was called, and had the lyrics called, Bombastic, you know, you're bombastic. Go on, daddy, the Ricky, call you bombastic. Because my lyrics, them, tell us them stretch like elastic. One thing, we know we don't need to prove it. You know what I mean? I used to, you know, and bombastic was given to me by my friends, you know. Just call me Boom for short, you know what I mean? Ranking, one time Ranking disappeared, Ricky Rankin disappeared.
Just got Boom.
Just Bombastic.
Bombastic.
Name changed for about 3 years. Yeah. But people still call me Ricky, but you know, yeah, man.
I still tell the story of me and you, and I saw you in Kennington.
Yeah.
And I must have said something like, "Child, I just got off the bus from Kennington, and you looked at me and you went, I got a lyric about that, you know, Mikey." And I was like, "You ain't got a lyric about that. You can't have a lyric about a man on the bus." And you bust it on me, right? And I was like, "Rah." Then we walked down the road, and I must have said something else. You just went, tap me again. He goes, "I got a lyric about that as well." And I was like, "Come on, fit man. How much lyric you got?" And you was, Mikey, I got about, how many books you tell me about?
About 17 books full of lyrics.
That's a massive catalogue.
You know, 17.
Does that touch on politics or anything like that? Does politics ever come into your work? Or was you aware politically?
Every now and then, because I don't really deal with it, because I don't want to take it the wrong way, and because I can be a bit, you know what I mean. The only politics tune I done was a tune about Tony Blair, and it was talking about for him to do the right thing or stand down. The tune was called "Stand Down, Tony."
Yeah, and you said it everywhere. Did it get a good response?
Didn't put it out.
Let me hear it then.
I just do a little bit of the chorus. It goes, the tiny bit I'm doing.
What?
Stand down, Tony, stand down, please. And I Mr. Stand down, Tony, stand down. I Mr. Stand down, Tony, stand down, please. And I Mr. And that's it, I'm not doing no more.
No,
I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
You won't get in trouble. It's freedom of speech here, brother.
Well, I can't remember all the lyrics. What I can do, I can bring those stuff in for you.
Okay.
To let you hear them. Instead of me tracking them, I just make you hear them, just have a little thing with me and you just play it in the background, you know?
So, I've asked you about your experience of being in the sound system, right? And what is the significance of the MC in the sound system? So we really breached of that already. But again, it's to like keep the crowd going.
Yeah, and show them what's going on. It's like I was like a newspaper.
The Oracle.
Yeah, I was like the Oracle, telling them what's going on, you know. You know, the latest thing what happened in Brixton, whether north, east, west. Like I used to do lyrics like the Falkland Islands. When the Falkland Islands was on, I done a whole lyrics dedicated to the Falklands, you know, and it was called, you know, hear about the Falkland Islands is what started in the Aprils way over Pacific Oceans is them of the boat called HMS Victories, along with the bombs and rockets is helicopter them a fly through the sky, you know, and so on and so on. Those are the kind of news I used to give people. Those are the messages I used to do. What was going on in our country? What was relevant?
Yeah.
I wasn't a scatty DJ unless, and we was having a scatty time, you know what I mean?
Because that's what, for me, it was a difference, right?
Yeah, I was.
A man could go in there and he could do a lyric and
Yeah.
yeah. But if you could talk about what's going on.
I was aware all the time what was going on, so that's what I'd done.
What's the quickest you think you've done? You've taken something of say you see it in the news.
Yeah.
And you've written it, and it's gone into you're on a dance of it. What's the quickest you've done one?
The same tune then, Falkland Islands.
So you on the same day.
So the same day, and that was it.
You had your lyrics ready, and
Yeah,
you had
everything.
dance.
And I took that lyrics. I think it was Brixton Academy. The same night and done it.
And smashed it.
Yeah, smashed it with a tune called Chicken Flop.
On top of that.
Yeah, done Chicken Flop first, then the Falklands. You know, hear about the Falkland, and everybody's going mad.
I want to hear it one more time. I just like the beginning. I like the music.
You know, hear about the Falkland Islands is what started in the Aprils is way over Pacific Oceans is them got the boat called the HMS Victories, along with the booms and rockets is helicopters that fly through the skies is people right now to be ways is right now England is at wars is and people go, what? With their war? You know what I mean? We're at war. I go, yes it is. That is. And them time it was the citizens them time, you know. So we had,
Stop it, brother.
We had so much style, you know what? We had so much style and fashion.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah,
man. Citizens was running it one time, Reggie. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah.
Dog, man.
That's one lyrics I will never forget, you know? Never forget the lyrics there, because
brilliant,
it was
man.
important as well, because we were at war, you know, and Margaret wasn't too happy, the country wasn't, you know what I mean? So that's how it went, you know? We check reality, what we see came out of our mouths, you know? And we would practice what we preach as well in those days, you know? So if we'd sung a song about, you know, looking after each other, we did look after each other in real life, you know what I mean? So it was all about that.
Because you're funny you saying that, because some of the, I'm the same with my poetry.
Yeah, your poetry is great.
Thank you, sir.
Great. We used to watch you in Matthews, all over the place, man, and you used to kill it. You used to kill it. You was amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Those early poets, what you done, great.
They come from road, right?
Especially when you first come back on road.
Yeah.
And you came to Matthews that night.
Yeah.
I think it was Matthews.
It
Yeah.
was St. Matthews.
Yes, St. Matthews, and we watched you. We were like that.
Yeah. I was like that, because I was like, you got to go out on the stage and do these lyrics.
You were brilliant.
And I was like,
never heard nothing like it. Your poetry was great, and it teaches people your poetry as well. It shows you how to be in life or whatever. You know what I mean? So good on you.
I'm going back to you because I write. What people don't realise is that I grew up writing around you lot.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's not like this is not an accident that I got into poetry.
You had something to bounce off.
I was round people that was bouncing off when I'm watching you on the mic and seeing how you lot putting things together. You know what I mean? I would travel with you, right?
Man.
And sit down and write with Lorna.
Yeah, man.
And so when I came and did my writing, I knew exactly where I had to take it and how I wanted to be. I never had a big time name like I had my own name, but I didn't need to have the name General Richie. That I just had me, but it was really important what you said. That what I said has to reflect.
You have to reflect on the people. Because it don't make no sense. Well, the only time we can muck about is when we're mucking about, and that's, you know what I mean.
You can't go on a big mic.
No, you can't go on the big scene
and check
no, you can't.
And then go from rubbish.
No, you can't do that.
And just drop you.
Yeah,
And that's the
they won't take you serious as a
No.
DJ.
No.
They won't take you serious as an entertainer. They won't take you serious at all.
No. And that's the most, that's the compass of the community for me, right? That's the importance of the man, right? Because I was in there's certain man in there. For me, I love Soloid.
That was great sound.
Right? Great sound. So that man there was chatting and doing them things, and you got all them people there that supporting your crowd. They're following what you're saying, right?
And they supported me because I supported them.
Yeah.
I used to go to their venues and chat on their sound sometimes, you know, when my sound wasn't playing out. I used to go other places. I used to go North London and chat on, what's the sound called again, man? I used to chat on Saxon, you know, I used to chat on Java, you know, just pass through.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? People loved me because the way I was, the way I delivered my lyrics, you know what I mean?
You bring the vibes.
Yeah, I bring that vibe.
And the man's level will go
yes,
up level, you know what I
people
mean?
check for you, you know, say, yes, Ricky, you know what I mean? Come in, you know what I mean? And I was welcomed. Labrador Grove, I used to go to Labrador Grove, do some scenes over there, everywhere. I used to do Carnival.
For me, you lot was the first one, ghetto superstar.
Yeah, but that's right,
You know what I mean?
that's right.
Before man know about ghetto superstar.
Because before me, you had Denzel from Exodus.
Yeah.
You had
I know that name for ages.
you had I don't like his name. The name he's called MC Mugger. I don't like the name what he had, but that was his name. It was his name, but it's okay. That's, you know, everybody has a name, but he was someone that I look up to. You know what I mean? Who else was there when I was coming up?
Well, that's it for me. Because if it wasn't for Lorna, I wouldn't have got on the scene. Because I was still young. Then I disappeared. Then I come back. Then I remember someone said to me, "You know, Lorna's singing tonight." And I was like, "What are you on about?" Look,
Yeah, gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then I went to the dance for, and like you, I was like blown over. So that's when my history of really of the sound scene. My uncle Mervyn, he was into U-Roy and Big and I-Roy and them man there. That's who I know, right? As well from that. But then significance for me them times was like, you know, was like the oracle, like street prophets. You know what I mean?
We chat about everything.
We chat about everything.
We chat about everything.
And you're giving us news, like you're saying, from North and South,
East,
or from Jamaica.
anywhere.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how we started to hear things. Really listening. How much did sound systems influence the culture, influence other cultures in the UK?
Well, sound system has influenced cultures worldwide.
Yes. Elaborate a bit more.
Well, when I was coming up, the sounds mainly came out of London and Jamaica. to my knowledge, I didn't know if there were sounds in Italy or France or, but to my knowledge, we were the ones. Well, Jamaica inspired us to build sounds because they're the ones. Because remember, you had Studio One, you had Duke Creed, you had Coxsone, you had all kind of sounds in Jamaica coming up in them times. So, you know, and half of the names what you hear the sounds with in England, we named them after the sounds what were named in Jamaica, like Taurus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jamaican sound.
Yeah, Nasty Rock was named after Rockers, hi-fi. You know what I mean? But just put the nasty bit on there because the bass was nasty, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some kind of bass that will make your belly hurt. You go, oh God, can you feel that? Nasty, innit? Yeah, man. Yeah, sound system inspire a lot of people around the world. Especially, you know, as I said, France and them places there, you know, they really gravitate. And today,
and Japan, China.
Well, Japan, I think Japan might be one of the first people what started sound system as well.
Yeah, they was in it early.
Yeah, they were in it very early, just like us, I think.
Yeah, they was in it early. If you think about it.
Yeah.
When someone brought it out to me, that's when I realised before the invasion of the Caribbean, right? It was big bands that you'd play.
Yeah, at Scatterlights and
at the local
dance,
dance,
yeah,
right? So you go to the dance, it'd be live bands playing, right?
Yeah, with Jimmy Cliff and
even before then, it'd be 3-piece English bands
well,
playing everything, right?
yeah.
And then of course they had DJs, but it wasn't really loud. It's only when the culture of Caribbean music came along that you started to see sound systems, and then you saw other people following to suit. I started to see soul sounds. Ska sounds, but for me, what other influences do you think is what you see today? Is it fashion? Is it influence fashion sound system? What else do you think is influenced in today's music? For example, Stormzy, right?
Yeah.
That's for me is direct. These MCs today are direct.
I think most of the MCs, some of them don't even know that they're coming from that era neither. They just think that they wake up and they're like that, you know what I mean? It's like when you listen to dubstep, if you think dubstep's an original music, it's not. It's all been done before, you see. You know? Because if you listen to the dubstep and listen to what we were growing up with, it's the same thing, but added on with some different, there's things are running on it, you know what I mean?
4-beat bars.
Yeah, they run things on it, so you just changed it a little, you know what I mean? You know, which is a good thing, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. The music and the fashion has inspired everybody to me, you know, because when I look at it, you know, I used to wear Cecil G's and Farrah slacks and ballet shoes, you know, back in my days, growing up with sound system, because the clothes culture will change, you know what I mean? Because every 10 years the clothes culture change. Because I grew up with Berry, you know, I had a Berry on my head, I had a string vest, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they look hanky.
Yeah, my hanky, you know, that's my sweat, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I had Clarks on, the old British Clarks, you know what I mean? That was the fashion as well, you know, and nice pair of glasses.
That we got on now.
Yeah, couple gold rings, like I got on now, but I had more rings than this.
So do you think we was more conscious of the way we looked and presented ourselves?
Oh yeah, it was a fashion.
It was a whole thing, wasn't it?
The clothes was a fashion with the sound system.
Yeah.
The clothes came with the sound system, yeah. So you had to wear the fashion.
Let me think now. So it's Saxon. The man was in short trousers and the Clarks, weren't they?
They were in beaver hats and we all wore the same fashion.
Well, not in Saloy, right? They were like sweet boys, weren't they? Pretty boys, isn't it? They might wear the odd. When I was with Robert, he would wear the odd.
Mostly silk shirts.
Silk
shirts and linen.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they used to wear. Them man
with
their cup in their hand, you know. It's like slick. And we used to come in with a Cecil G's berries, you know. You know what I mean? So it was quite. There's a few fashions.
Yeah,
there.
There's a few styles.
Yeah, there's a few styles.
Coxsone's man, they just complete. Some men them come militant.
They were like Rastas.
Right.
Some of them used to wear
safari jacket.
Yes, that's right.
And
khaki clothes, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And that different walk, you know.
Yeah.
You know, different skunk.
Their own little movement.
Yeah. So we all had we all had a different fashion.
It was really crazy.
You know, even the girls, they had their fashion. They used to wear butterflies, dress, Dr. Fish skirt.
What's your Dr. Fish skirt?
Dr. Fish skirt is the one with the pin in it. You know the big pin?
Yeah. For real.
They used to call it Dr. Fish skirt. I don't know why. I don't know where the name come from. And what was the next one called again? The Scottish dress. Remember the Scottish one?
The tartan one.
The tartan. They used to wear tartan. And they used to wear, what else did they used to wear? They used to wear the, that little flimsy.
Yeah, some chiffon dress. This and their hair would be all
Afro as well.
Afro hair and all turn up, you know, some of them scar on their foot and they catch their
what do they call it? Us-cross bump. What's that one called again? Shiny bump.
Chinese bump. Come on, man.
You know.
So we speaking to someone last night. I forgot about the term lovers rock. Literally, it's lovers rocking, isn't it? Right? Rubbing up against in the dance back in the day, and I thought, I didn't realise there was a different dance to it as well. Lovers rock had this one thing. You got them man in Nasty Rockers was more. They weren't really a lovers sound, was it? It was more of a.
We did play lovers rock, but it was like a commercial break. You know, we played soul and lovers, but that was our commercial break to go and have a cup of tea, or go to the bar and or go toilet. You know what I mean? That was my time to go and have a break anyway. And even I used to love soul because we used to play Barry White.
Yeah.
You know, we used to play. Master Griffiths had a tune out there called Electric Boogie. Mm-hmm. That was one of the biggest tunes with Bunny Wailer. Mm-hmm. Black Uhuru had a big album that time. You know,
see, it's really
that was our kind of commercial stuff. Because we like rubber dub. You know what I mean? We like. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with those tunes. They're great tunes, but we had a specific kind of tunes what we like for just chant on. You know what I mean? And that was Roots Radic. You know. That was King Tubby's music.
So let me get this right. So we got Lovers Rock.
Yeah.
Which is a much more slightly.
Lovers Rock is for lovers.
Right.
Tricky. When that come on, everyone was taken up. Everyone was dancing with a man. And sometimes I used to go like that. Sure, time for you to be here, you know. And the big girls going, "Hi, Ricky." I'll be like, "Yeah." You know? And so I love a dance sometimes. But depending on how first day I was, depending on how much I wanted that, you understand? Because I had my needs, man. Because I was working for so long. 8 hours.
Yeah.
On the talker phone, just working.
Yeah.
Doing the adverts. Remember I had to do adverts to promote the dances.
Yeah.
I had to tell them when the next dance is coming up. You know what I mean? I had to tell them the name of the singer.
Example that, because not many people know what that means. Because when you're talking about jingles and all these type of things,
I had to do jingles. Yeah, I had to do everything.
All jingles, right? That's
Yeah.
how you get it on the radio from back in the day.
When soul came on, I used to do things like Taurus, jamming soul. You know, things like that I used to do. You know, this is your #1 station. You know, and let the beat goes on. You know, them you know, we play tunes like that. You know, ringing my bell. You know what I mean?
Ring your
Bell. You know, that was our commercial tunes. You know, and yeah, that's how we used to do it, man. Yeah, back in the days, man.
Sorry, I just drifted then, Ricky. I was meant to have you a question then,
That's
but
all right.
I just floated away then.
It's all right,
'cause
man.
I was just thinking, you just brought back some memories for me, man. And really to define it, because people think, oh, there's black music, and it's all one thing. And that's when I said, you don't really know about the culture, because there's black music.
We played every music, really.
We played everything.
Because there were some sounds what are older than us used to play like Jim Reeves. Take these chains from my heart and set me free. You know, and when I was growing up, there was sounds actually playing Elvis. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. But there was a bigger man than us.
But you know, I've got a
You know?
poem called Six Rules, right? And I've got 2 tracks in there, and it's what you just said.
Sorry, my dad used to play that as well.
Right.
My dad used to play those
There's
tunes.
the lyrics that my mum gave me.
My dad
She
used to
gave me
play those
Jim
tunes.
Reeves to Jim Reeves.
Jim
She
Reeves,
took me back
Elvis Presley. Yeah, man.
She took back films like James Cagney
that's
and
right.
playing there.
Yeah.
F.G. Robinson.
But the 2 biggest stars were, as was mentioned, Elvis Presley and the same man there, I Found My Thrill. I don't say his name, sorry.
Which name?
Bill, I said his name. I found my thrill
that's
on Blueberry Hill.
That's Elvis,
Jim Reeves, innit?
Jim Reeves,
Yeah. They were the main people.
I know that.
Elvis and Jim Reeves were big
Massive.
when I was growing up. Very, very, very big.
And it's really
And
good.
Lulu.
Yeah, she was big.
And Lulu.
And Petula Clark.
You see, now you're talking.
What do you mean?
These were like my mum's early commercial
That's
tunes.
right.
I live the life I love the life I live. For love is not to brag, love is to give. I searched far and near, stayed a long time from home, got so homesick, I had to come back home. Trick eye, the streets can't trick eye, not no more. You understand? Because we watched reggae change. We watched the jungle come out of it. We watched house come out of reggae.
Yeah.
What else come out of reggae? A lot of things come out of reggae. A
lot of things come out of it.
A lot of things come out of reggae.
Come out of it. You got drum and bass. Drum can come out
Dubstep,
of it.
everything.
Everything come out of that.
You know?
Lovers Rock.
That's come out of it.
Come out of it as well because
Wow.
you still have the reggae there. Lovers Rock just has a slightly different connotation to it, but it was still.
So to me, everything's from dub.
Yeah.
It all stem from the dub. Whether it's Lovers Dub, can you remember we had Lovers Dub as well, you know? Like curly locks. You know them tune? Now that you're a dreadlocks. Have you heard a dub to that?
No.
It's like a Channel 1. You know, that tin barley on it. Listen, man.
And this one you had the dub poet, which is Linton.
And you?
And me.
But that's where you... I know we know where you come from. Cause you're bad like him.
I'm bad like him.
You see, Linton Quincy Johnson is a big inspiration for us.
Massive.
One of his tunes, what made us comfortable, what made us feel better in ourselves, was a song called Smash Their Brains In. Sometimes I don't like saying it because it's like we were at war when we were youths, you know what I mean? And when Quincy done that, said, smash their brains in, we're going to smash their bloody brains in. It's on his album.
I'm going to have to look that one up. Because
and that gave us inspiration to stand
say.
firm.
This is what I said to someone.
Anybody troubles you, you know, because there's a lot of beef going on back in the days with everybody and anybody, you know. Let me give you this. Let's go. Get up, stand up and rock, and me say skang to my beat. Get up, stand up and rock, and me say skang to my sound. Get up, stand up and rock, and me say skang to my beat. Get up, stand up and rock, and me say skang to my. And me say music tell you good down for you dancing feet. River make we bleach and forget won't sleep. What me do? Flash off in my style in a style and technique. And me say one that the lyric you too unique. And a man like you no play no hide and seek. And when me come on no. And when me come on and me no so and sneak. When up onto the microphone and judge no call me a speak. No call me tap and not just say no call me no cheat. Yes, so daddy the Ricky come fi let off a speech, come fi let off a speech a fi me woman them feet. That's all.